Hey Rams fans, how y'all doing? I'm Brandon. Welcome to my channel, all about the Rams. Well, first of all, I want to give a big thank you to all the new subscribers I've gotten. I got a big boom like in the past week or two. I've gotten it's been about 30 new subscribers. I really appreciate it. I appreciate the love and all that. Thank you and all that. Comments and all the interactions is very cool. Yeah, it's been great. I think my last video has gotten like almost 500 views. That's very great, very awesome. Like I said, thank you again very much. But before I get into it, if you would please like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell for notifications, and we'll get into first the big trade move that happened today, came down, which was pretty great. I have some concerns about it, but we'll get into it. And then towards the end, I'll talk about the Rams and Texans a little bit. Honestly, there's not much to talk about. I mean, it was a blowout. The Rams did great. Awesome game. Some of the starters got some rest just like they did last game, but it's starting to get a little bit tougher this week, but also there's news about the Titans. So let me talk about the trade real quick. We got Von Miller for 2 second-round draft picks. My concern is that we literally have no draft picks coming up. I know there's a meme about F them draft picks from Les Snead, but it is something to be concerned about going to the future because lack of depth and stuff. It's something to be concerned about a little bit. I know we're not worried about that right now. We're going for a Super Bowl, but I just hope we can get it in the next year or two because if not, the future's not going to be great if we have no draft picks. So let's really hope this trade pans out this year. Going into next year, we have Stafford for a few more years. But the other thing I'm worried about is what are we going to do with inside linebacker because it's great getting Von Miller, but we have Justin Hollins coming back. We actually have pretty good depth at outside linebacker. Leonard Floyd is doing a great job this year. He's leading us in sacks. He had 2 more last game. So Leonard Floyd's having a great season. But like I said, the only concern is what are we going to do about inside linebacker? Because we have Reader. He actually had a pretty good game last week, or this game. So good job to Reader for having a good game. Ernest Jones had a good game. He got a pick. So I don't know if they're going to go with them going forward. I kind of hope not. They need some more help inside. Maybe Von Miller or Justin Hollins will move inside. Maybe they'll rotate in and out. I don't know. But let me know what y'all think about that as far as lack of depth on inside linebacker. Maybe we're going to go forward with Reader and Jones. But who knows? We'll see what happens. But getting Von Miller is a good move. Like I said, I'm torn on it because our pass rush is already really good. We're already I think second in the league in sacks. So it's honestly not something that was a premium that we really needed. I think we more needed somebody to help out with the running game, running defense. That was something that we needed to kind of secure a little bit more. But hey, who knows? We're not the GM. I mean, this Les Snead and McVay has put together a great team. They've sustained success since McVay's been here. So I mean, who am I to question him? I'm a nobody. But like I said, the only big concerns about, of course, not having draft picks, not having an inside linebacker. But like I said, we will have Justin Hollins coming back. I mean, Ernest Jones had a good game. Reader, I don't know if we're going to keep going with them. But like I said, we'll see. I haven't watched McVay's press conference today. To be honest, my whole family is sick. That's why I'm home today. But I didn't really even watch my phone. I was kind of just resting and everything, trying to get better. And then I just saw a bunch of notifications on my phone about it. So I think it did happen earlier today. So I'm kind of late to the news, but I just want to get this video out here. Like I said, just to get it out there, get y'all's feedback. Let me know what y'all think about it. It's good. I mean, who would say no to Von Miller? He's one of the all-time greats. He's been great with Denver. He's got. Does he have 1 or 2 Super Bowl rings? I think 1, right, with Peyton Manning. So he's been a great player. Hopefully he'll stay healthy. That's one concern about bringing in guys, and the thing that could cripple us and really hurt our chances this year winning a Super Bowl is injuries, because we don't have, of course we all know, we don't have big depth. We don't have a lot of quality depth at certain positions. You know, secondary, linebacker, defensive line. We're pretty good at defensive line. I mean, we haven't even played Bobby Brown yet this year. He's a rookie. He should be pretty good in the future. So yeah, I don't know. Just sitting around, think about it, and I'm like, I mean, it's pretty good to get a better pass rush, but I think our run defense really could have used some more bullets, coming out. But yeah, like I said, let me know what y'all think. I'm going to get into the Houston. Well, let me look at Von Miller's stats real quick because I haven't really caught up with him. And then I'll get into the stats for the game Sunday, which, like I said, it's really not much of a need to. It was a blowout, but I'll take a look at it anyways. I mean, this is something that isn't the Rams. I mean, how many years in a row has it been since the Rams have been making big trades like this? I think it goes back with Dante Fowler, of course, Jalen Ramsey, now Von Miller. I mean, who else have they brought in? I'm not even probably thinking about everybody that they brought in. But they've always done this. I mean, they've always been aggressive. They've always gone for it, which we love about them. I mean, of course, I'm forgetting Stafford. Of course, the Stafford trade was the biggest one. But they're always going for it. I mean, that's good to be aggressive, but sometimes it's okay to not be as aggressive. Because like I said, losing all these draft picks, I hope doesn't kill us in the future. And we're wishing we had some draft picks to be able to restock our rosters whenever these guys get older and we can't keep them on their big contracts, So, I mean, we'll see. Okay, this came out with Adam Schefter. They're trading outside linebacker Von Miller, of course, in exchange for several 2022 second-round picks, which, of course, we already know we don't have a first-round pick, so it's going to hurt. Rams are sending the Broncos a second and a third-round pick in next year's draft. And then the Broncos are paying $9 million of his remaining salary, so that's good. We don't have to pick up his salary. He is an 8-time Pro Bowler. Like I said, he is a Super Bowl champion. He's been very good in his career. Great. I mean, I don't know if he is a Hall of Famer, but he's like on that limit he's on the verge of being a Hall of Fame player. The only other concern is he's basically a rental player for, I don't even know how long he has on his contract remaining. He's 32. He's been with the Broncos for 11 seasons. He's an 8-time Pro Bowler. He's been a first-team All-Pro 3 times. That's awesome. And like I said, he won Super Bowl 50. He was an MVP. I mean, he's been a great player. We all know that. It does say on here that Von Miller will be playing this Sunday night, so that's great. They said he got hurt in the last game, but he's fine. So he will be playing against the Titans, which that's another thing I need to talk about. Derrick Henry looks like he's out for the season. I mean, that's great for us this week that he's out. I mean, you hate to see anybody hurt. I would like to play them full strength, see how our defense stacks up against them, but I believe they also signed Adrian Peterson this week, so I don't know if he'll play. We'll see. But definitely makes it easier for us to beat the Titans. It is in Los Angeles too, but another thing that sucks about that is, when you beat a team but their guys are out, people always kind of diminish your win, like, oh, they didn't have Derrick Henry, so it's not as big as a win. I mean, it's not our fault he got hurt. I would have liked to seen Derrick Henry play. He's a great player. I would have liked to seen how our defense stacks up against him, but it's not going to happen. I said unfortunate for them, but fortunate for us that we're not going to see him. So we should be able to win that game, no problem. I'm not like I say no problem, but they're still a tough team. But I mean, it should definitely makes it easier for us to win that game. So I said I'm going to get into the stats real quick of the Texans game. Before I forget, I looked up his stats real quick. Von Miller so far 4.5 sacks this year. So it's pretty good. I think Leonard Floyd has 4 or 5, something like that. I think he leads our team. So it's pretty good. He's going to step in here and definitely help us out. So yeah, looking at the stats real quick. I mean, it was so ugly early. What was it? 37-0. And then like our second string got in there and basically let him score 22 points. So if it wasn't, well, it's 38. If it wasn't for our second team being so bad, I mean, we probably would have just shut them out. I think they did get that field goal at one point, but I mean, it was so ugly. See, Stafford was 21 of 32, 305 yards, 3 touchdowns. 2 games in a row, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. He's doing good. Rating of 127. Like I was saying before, had a streak of interceptions. In the last 2 games, he's been perfect. So he's looking so good. Their quarterback he was pretty terrible in the beginning. But I guess he kind of caught on because his stat line, if you didn't know, watch the game, his stat line doesn't look that bad. 29 of 38, 310 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 interception. He was sacked 5 times, though, so we got after him pretty good. Darrell Henderson had a very good game rushing. 14 carries, 90 yards, 6.4 average, 1 touchdown. Sonny Michel had 42 yards. Oh, sorry. Give me a second. I hate these things popping up in the bottom. See, Robert Woods, he did have a touchdown run too. That was nice. Buddy Howell got in the game a little bit. New third string linebacker. He had 11 yards. They didn't really do anything at rushing. I mean, they got down so fast that they really couldn't establish the run. David Johnson only had 2 carries for 4 yards. My God. Philip Lindsay 3 for 8. Rex Burkhead was their leading rusher with 21 yards. Oh my God. And he had a touchdown, so maybe they should have ran him a little bit more. He was the only one that was effective. Cooper Kupp. I mean, what can we say? He's like basically turning into the best receiver in the league. My God, will you shut up? Cooper Kupp, 7 catches, 115 yards. He's having a great season. 1 touchdown, 52 long. Van Jefferson had 3 catches for 88. He went out at one point with the knee injury. Oh my God, I was like sweating. I was like, well, better call back Deshaun Jackson and promise him the world, because if he's gone, I mean, we're screwed. But no, he came back. He basically just got his knee jammed in the turf if you watched it. Robert Woods had another quiet game, 3 catches, 35 yards, but he did have a receiving touchdown and a rushing touchdown. So, I mean, build up your stats a little bit. Ben Skronik actually got some work. He got 3 catches for 30 yards. Higbee 25 yards. Blah, yeah, I'm not going to go through everybody. But Brandon Cooks for the Texans actually had a pretty good game. He had 6 catches for 83 yards and a touchdown, but most of it didn't matter. Nico Collins had a couple nice catches. He had a 4 for 55. That's about it. Let me see. Sack-wise, Ernest Jones got a half sack. He also got a pick. That was very nice. Greg Gaines got a half sack. Leonard Floyd got 2 sacks. Aaron Donald got 1.5 sacks. Okoronkwo got a half sacks. A lot of guys got half sacks. Let me see who else. Nobody else got interceptions, right? I don't think so. Dante Dion almost had an interception, but there was a penalty. But I don't think he would have caught it. It looked like his foot probably was out of bounds, so I don't think it would have counted. Said Ernest Jones had a pick. Yep. So besides that, that's about it. Like I said, I mean, big news today. I mean, the Rams they're always doing this. Whenever the Rams made that trade for Kenny Young, you knew something was going to happen. I mean, I think everybody thought it. They said they were saving cap room, but whenever they restructured Havenstein's contract and then with Kenny Young being traded, we knew there had to be something. But like I said, I was expecting a middle linebacker. We really didn't need more of a pass rush. I mean, it never hurts, but I was expecting somebody to help come in and secure the running game a little bit more, but hey, we'll see what happens. We'll see him on Sunday night when we play the Texans. Like I said one more time, let me know your thoughts, what you think about all this, and I'll see you on the next one. All right, take it easy.